Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Cancer might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for May 21st through the 31st of May 2020, but keep in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whenever you come across this reading and you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. And if you feel like it doesn't resonate with you, or parts do and parts don't, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest. And just keep in mind that this is a generalized reading. So if you know your other planetary placements, like those I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, then you can listen to your other signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Cancer. And ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for May 21st through 31st. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Cancer for May 21st through 31st? And one more time. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to divide these up. All right, the card on the bottom of the deck is the Chariot. All right, and this talks about emotion. It talks about trips. It talks about things not happening necessarily as fast as you would like them to be. You're in a very big hurry, and it seems like things in place are just not moving as quickly as they should. Now, this is the overall energy for this reading, and as we go through the spread, I'm going to show you how this card is going to relate to the others that come up in your reading. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. The first row relates to you, what you may have recently been dealing with, going through, things you're currently going through and dealing with, and things that are coming towards you, people, options, opportunities, that type of thing. In the second column, we have the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, your soulmate, your karmic partner, divine counterpart. This could be an ex that you still feel those really strong ties with. This could be somebody you just met. However, generally it is the person you are thinking about when you wake up in the morning, and the last person that you think about when you go to sleep at night. Okay. All right. Now, the last column is about outcome. Now, I've just laid out 2 cards in each of the 4 rows for a total of 8 cards. I'm going to do that 2 more times for a grand total of 24 cards. And by the time we get to the end of the reading, then we have a pretty good idea about the story that's going to be going on. So for you, we have this King of Swords as well as this Tower that's going on. And there may have come a time that, you felt as if recently, everything was just falling apart. It's not moving like in that Chariot as fast as you want it to. You are finding that you're being cut off from this person in some type of way. Your relationship feels like it's falling apart. You're missing that presence of that person, and you are feeling maybe a little bit desperate. And these type feelings, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety coming from you surrounding this idea. Anyway, for your partner, we have this King of Wands as well as the 3 of Cups. Now, you may be involved with a fire sign, or it could be someone with heavy fire, or it could be someone born on the cusp of 2 different signs that has fire in it as well. And this person is like really feeling as if, they're just having a good old time with you or without you. When you're around, everything's great and wonderful, but just because you're not around, they quickly find someone to replace you or to entertain them, or, to pass the time with. All right. So that's really never a good feeling. So your anxiety may really be justified. And with that, we have this Justice card as well as your Page of Cups. And this is in your blockages, your challenges, fears and anxieties column. And you know, the Justice card has a lot to do with the legal justice system. It could be about making those really strong decisions that are sometimes harsh, even though we don't want them to be that way. It shows me that with this Page of Cups, that you're still reaching out to this person, that you are still trying to keep those lines of communication open. You're still trying to let this person know how much they mean to you. And, you know, like I said, with this Chariot that's going on, I'm just getting a really ick feeling surrounding this whole little thing. Like you're pedaling so hard just to keep your head above water, just to maintain this relationship that's going on. And in fact, there really is not a relationship at the moment. Relationship is when two people are sharing their lives together and have a common goal that they are going to reach, and you know, share mutual love and respect for each other. But your person clearly has other ideas, especially when we have this I'm going back, okay, to your person because this directly relates to them. Your person, especially when we have this King of Wands, this is somebody who's just horny. They just, you know, if you're not around, whoever's around's going to do, especially when you see it with this Three of Wands. So they may be in communication with several people. Now, this kind of theme has been going on in your reading for several months. Don't plan this. This is just the way the cards come out for your reading, Cancer. It's just going to be a matter of how long are you going to let this keep going on? How long are you going to continue to feel like you are a beggar in this relationship? How long are you going to be this person where you're the one doing all the giving and giving and giving in the relationship, but you're not getting any of that back, whether it's financial support or emotional support or whatever it is? The best thing that you can do, especially with this being in your outcome, is just keep working on yourself, learn to respect yourself, learn that self-love, work on whatever problems there are so that you can move beyond this relationship. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to the second set of cards. And for you, we have that Ace of Wands, and we have the Eight of Wands. I think that combination came up in a reading not too long ago. All right, so for your partner, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. In your obstacles, challenges, fears, and anxieties, we have the Queen of Wands as well as the Death card. And in your outcome, we have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, let me push my glasses back over here. Okay, so when we have this Ace of Wands, this tells me that, you know, you're getting a little anxious about this. You're getting a little anxious, not just as an anxiety, but like you are really anxious in order for this little problem to resolve. You want some type of, you know, meaningful answer to all the things that are going on. You want to be with this person so really badly. You have a great attraction to this person, but remember, this tower has fallen. Okay, there may, and this King of Swords tells me that this pretty much has run its course, and there's not going to be a great deal of connection physically, no physical connection. All right, so what does that leave? That leaves this other person using you for what? Emotional support, financial support, what? What is the meaning of the relationship that's going on? If I seem aggravated, it's because this theme has been going on in your reading for so long, and it's got to come to a point where, you know, you're going to have to speak up for yourself. You're going to have to find enough self-respect that you don't continue to let this person disrespect you. Now, in your partner's column, they have this Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. and they've been through a lot, and they've been hurt, and they have a lot going on, and you have such a forgiving heart that you can't see past this. You are just you're saying, well, they've been through so much, or they had these horrible things happen to them as a child, or they've been through a bunch of crappy relationships. I can't abandon this person at this time. But yes, you can. You can, because your personal well-being is important to all those who are around you, above and beyond a superficial relationship where there is actually no benefit. Okay, so when we have this Nine of Pentacles, this tells me that, you are really, really focused on this person. This could very well be an earth sign. You are focused on this relationship. You are wanting it to grow. You're wanting to nurture it. You're wanting it to be valued. With this Nine of Pentacles, I always say about this card, it's very much like the Empress, and where it's kind of like an Empress in training. You're not quite that to that level yet in this particular relationship, and you need to continue working on yourself, like that Eight of Pentacles earlier suggested. But your partner is definitely feeling hurt. They're feeling hurt over events that have happened in their life, and you really can't do the healing for them. I know that Cancer's nature is to be mothering and to be able to help that person heal, but a lot of times you just can't. You can't. All right. Okay, so in your obstacles and challenges, I see the Death card as well as the Queen of Wands. So this suggests to me that you are kind of worrying about, is your relationship going to make it? Is this Queen of Wands somebody from your lover's past who is maybe constantly presenting themselves, or like a little bird in their ear? Okay, it's where they are constantly putting ideas and stuff. And the way that you can tell about this is when you discuss your relationship with this person. If they just out of the blue start saying things that are totally out of character, that seem as if they come from someplace else, because they are. That's what they're doing. They're coming from her. And sometimes this Queen of Wands can be a little bit of a troublemaker, and loves to come into relationships, especially if this is a former ex of one of your partners. They love to come in and just stir up the pot anytime their ex, your current partner, okay, or the one that you're trying to be with, anytime that person has a new relationship or something going on in their life, when this person's bored or between relationships, they always step in. They fall back onto this relationship as somebody to communicate with, and that's never a good thing. She shows up a lot, and you see this little black kitty, and a lot of people say black cats are bad luck. And when she shows up in your relationship, this is definitely bad luck, and it could it could be the catalyst where you decide that you have absolutely had enough, that it's not just one ex, it's another and another and another. And I'm basing that on some of the past readings over the last month or two, as far as what's going on with you. And so I see that you are feeling heartbroken over this. You have tried, you've done everything you can to get your point of view across, to let your feelings be known on the subject, and it just doesn't end. Or they are telling you some kind of crap like, so now you're telling me I can't talk to my friends. Well, yeah, that's kind of what you're telling them. And in order to do this, you're going to have to lay down that law in order to try your best to eliminate that from your life. But it's so much trouble. Why not just have somebody there who actually wants to be there, who's not constantly entertaining other people in your relationship? It gets to a point where they're going to, even if they do comply with your wishes, okay, and they stop talking to this person or that person or three other exes that they have, what's going to happen is they're going to resent you, okay, and it can get ugly. Or you can say, I've asked you not to do this, you keep doing it, and I'm out of here. You're not going to do this to me anymore. You're not a good person at all, and I see you for what you are, and I'm cutting you out of my life, just like this. All right. So when we get to this last set of 4 cards, for you, we have that Page of Swords and the 7 of Cups. In your partner's column, we have the 2 of Swords as well as the High Priestess. Those just go hand in hand, don't they? For your obstacles and challenges, we have that 2 of Pentacles as well as the Hierophant. A lot of 2s showing up here. And in your outcome, yay, 6 of Swords as well as the 4 of Cups. Now, I will be drawing maybe another card or 2 when I get to the end of this. Just because it's leaving it kind of on a floaty kind of note here. So you're going to be able to speak up. You're going to, I suggest that you wear blue, a blue around your throat, blue shirt, wear something, blue stones, turquoise, lapis lazuli, something around your throat. Beautiful crystals that help you to communicate and open that throat chakra so that you can get across exactly what you need to this person. Now, crystals help us in the same way that when you put there's crystals in a lot of electronics and things, and they help to broadcast. They help to relay this message when our words don't normally do it on their own. It helps the other person receive that message just a little bit better. And what we're seeing here is that you are looking at this, and we have all these cups, and each one is filled with something wonderful and beautiful. And this is what your partner is still seeing with all of these exes and all the crap that you're having to deal with because of it. And actually, like in the Thoth deck, this is nasty green murky water flowing from one cup into the next, okay? And it's really gross, and it ends up just this big bunch of nasty cesspool kind of stuff. And it's not anything that you want to be floating around in, because your partner can't quit dealing with other people. They tell you one thing, but they are doing another thing. And at some point, you have to reach that decision that, you realize that you're being made a fool of, and realize when they talk to these other exes about you, and they do, okay, this is what they're doing, and they're communicating that to other people. They are extending their broken heart onto you. They're projecting it onto you because they can't deal with it, and they're distracted from their own broken heart if they can project it onto you, because they're enjoying watching you squirm. All right, now your partner is going to be left in a position where karma's going to come around and get them, and they're going to have to decide what exactly it is they want to do. Do they want to lose all these other people from their past? Or are they going to just lose you? Would they rather have 4 or 5 people, or would they rather have 1 people? And each one of them, don't get me wrong, each one of those other people think and believe that they are the only ones as well, okay? This person that you're dealing with is a mastermind, all right? And they are manipulating several people. And, I just really feel this person is someone that is just has a nasty soul, and they can say all the pretty words they want. They can sometimes take actions that lead you to believe that they're a good person, but deep down inside they are not. And this is something that person is going to have to come to terms with, that their ugliness inside is outweighing the good that's inside them, and they are going to have to come to some type of balance and decide exactly what it is they want to do in their life, because it's not a very good situation for anybody that's involved. It's not good for you. It's not good for the 3, 4, 5, 6 exes that they're continuing to deal with. Unfortunately, this is a person that you felt would be a soulmate, and that you might have a marriage with, or that you could have that connection with that is marriage-like. But you are finding that this person again, and we have Pentacles representing earth signs. You're feeling as if this person, and this card comes up a lot in your readings lately. It comes up with you are hurt. Your emotions are all over the place. You feel like you're dying. And here's this person playing games right here. They're not paying any attention to how they're making you feel. It doesn't affect them at all. And again, this is a slow, horrible death. Okay. Now, when we get to your outcome, of course, we see you becoming bored with this whole situation and moving away and deciding to, step away from this relationship, because it's about time you recognize your worth, all right? It's about time that you realize what it is. If you open your eyes, and I'm not trying to be mean here, okay? And I don't hate cancers. I have several cancers in my life that I love very dearly. But this situation is not what you think it is, okay? You're going to have to think to yourself, why would this person want to be in a relationship with me and still have all these other people going on behind me, you know? All right, so we have the Six of Wands. I don't read reversals. That's something kind of new that's only been done in the last couple of decades. I choose not to do it. I'm more traditional, I go along with the Golden Dawn type of reading where there are no reversals. But anyway, so of course, in order to have successful feelings and relationships and people coming back into your life, you're going to need to surround yourself with people who are of the same mind as you and have the same ideas and morals and character as you do. If you keep swimming in that same cesspool, you're going to keep attracting that same energy over and over and over again. And be a pretty gross way to die, actually, when we're talking about, theoretical deaths of relationships. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about a physical death, but I'm saying it's a horrible way to end a relationship, to find out that you've been swimming in the same pool as many others. All right, and here we have the Empress. All right, now earlier you had that Nine of Pentacles. This is you. Once you step past this relationship, once you end this relationship, once you find your self-respect. Okay, this card fell out at the same time when I was laying down the Chariot from the beginning of the reading. And of course, this relationship is not going on your timeline. But once, you do leave this behind, you do have the Sun card as well as the Empress, both super major arcana cards. And you're going to have like new life breathed into you. You're going to have all this new growth. You're going to have a whole lot of opportunities where, it's like it's morning. The dawn is trying to break behind her. And here comes the sun up here, like shining light onto your new life after you leave this. And because of the type of person you are, with your sensitive heart and your emotions and things like that you're playing, you're not the wrong person, okay? They are the wrong person for you. They are the one, who lied and pretended to be something that they knew would attract you in order to continue to use you for whatever it was that they need you to do. So stop and think to yourself. Make a list, pros and cons. What am I doing for this person? And what is this person doing for me? Okay? So if you're doing 1 through 10 for them, and the only thing you're getting back from this person is the fact that they talk to you, spend time with you, promise you things that never come about. It's a little bit unbalanced there, isn't it? Okay, so that is your reading for May 21st through 31st, Cancer. And I love you guys very much. And I am doing a giveaway. So if you go over to the community tab on my YouTube page, you will find a post there about the giveaway, which there will be a drawing on the 31st. Okay. And in order to participate in that, just like that post, and in the comments underneath that post in the community tab, just write done or, something. Okay, and that way I know who all is participating and who to include in the drawing. All right, it's going to be oils, candles, parchment, crystals, some very pretty little things in there, talismans, different types of petals, rose as well as lavender. Okay, so you guys are going to do that for me, okay? And I love you, and I will see you soon, okay? Bye-bye.